He does take super good care of his cards, no binder. That's good. Yeah, I mean, that definitely a single of his fave and then a pack. That sounds like a good idea. And yeah, it definitely matters how well they take care of him. If it's like an there's definitely irresponsible 7-year-olds and responsible 7-year-olds. So yeah, there was So as with like all gaming subreddits that exist, a lot of people constantly complain about the game on the subreddit, and someone did a post that was like, "Hey, I want to talk about how much I love this game," and I would like all the comments to only be people that actually love the game. Like, I want a positivity thread, and I was like, "That's pretty cool." And I opened it fully expecting it to be a bunch of people complaining still, but most I saw comments, they were pretty much positive. The the one that kind of caught my attention though was someone said, I can't remember obviously verbatim, but to paraphrase, they said they love this game because if they didn't have this free way to crack a pack on their ride home from work, then they would stop and buy a pack or two every day on their way home from work. So it's actually, most people talk about how mobile games cost money, and he's like, this mobile game's saving me money. That's how you feel about the fact that you play D&D virtually. I had a you don't know how much money you would have spent on minis and terrain if you played in person. Yeah. I had so I've only played like once in person. Most of the time I play has been virtually. But I did have one friend, the friend that I like to play D4 with. He has a friend group that they play virtually with a paid for DM. Like they do like one of those services where you like get paired with a DM online or something and you pay them per session or whatever to run your games. So he at one point he offered me to join their campaign, but he like forewarned me. He was like, "We pay this person like good money, and obviously if you're joining, you're gonna have to contribute." And when he told me, I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I remember when he told me, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not that dedicated." Because the person they pay for, I mean, it's the whole 9 yards. Like, obviously, obviously they do like they like create the story and they know the story and all that, but like this person also does like all of the all like the digital where you can see the map and have your characters on the map and the fog of war, and like is really in depth with the programs and stuff, probably like Roll20 or something, or some program like that, and is like puts a lot of work into that every week. So I mean, definitely with the hours that this from what the friend told me, the hours he puts into it, you got to pay him good. You consider doing that, the getting paid as DM part, not the paying the DM part. Yeah, I have a cousin. I don't know if he still does it because me and him don't talk hardly anymore. But I know one of the more recent times that I did talk to him, he worked at a hobby shop, like a card board game type store, and he like on their like D&D night, he was a DM there, and he's like a hardcore like tabletop role playing guy. Like he reads like the rule books for fun and knows like all like every rule for most like Pathfinder, D&D, like all of them, and can tell you how to break the game. Like someone, if you need to know someone that knows like everything, you can go to him and he can just spit out knowledge. And he was all excited because he was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing the whole like, you know, where people are just paying me to do it and making stupid good money, but I am getting paid by the store because I work for them and I'm DMing as part of my work hours. So he's like, it's the closest I'll probably get to getting paid as a DM, and that's like super exciting. And he said, I know he was talking about like frustrations with the job because he had been there for years and not gotten a raise. And so he was talking about like, I think he went to the owner and was like, hey, you know, if you don't give me a raise, this is the last time I talked to him. Some of it's true, but this was we probably had this conversation like almost a year ago or something. But he was like, if they don't start paying me more, I'm gonna quit. And I've already talked to the owner and told them that, like, hey, I've been here this long, haven't gotten raises. Like, I know the store is struggling, and that's why I've stayed here this long. But I'm struggling too now, so got to figure something out. And he told me that he was gonna actually, if he did leave the store, he was gonna get all the people's numbers that he's been doing the campaigns for and try and like see if they would just pay him straight and they would meet at like a house or something to keep it going so that way he could keep doing their stories and still make money from it. I don't know if that's scummy to do, like if you quit and then take the players, but I don't know. I feel bad for him because, like I say, he had been there for years and not gotten a single raise because the store was struggling and couldn't afford to give him a raise. But you know, you gotta look out for yourself first. You know, your siblings a paid DM for a store, yeah. Which I mean, he's just an employee of the store. Like he was an employee of the store long before that. Like he worked the counter, sold the cards, like you know, sold the board games. Like he's just like the employee, and then got also thrown in as like a DM because they asked if someone was willing to do that for him. '78 strength. 78 strength. Kiwi's here. Hello, Kiwi. Yeah, it's tough snowing you. Here, someone gets paid specifically to come in 2 or 3 times a week and run games and help create social content for the games. That's super cool. Just lurking a bit. That's cool too. Hope you have a good lurk and your day was most excellent. Alright, so now that I've hired that other guy, let's see how much stalking I have to do at the end of the day. Those are all good. That's good. That's all good. Wow, it's... Man. Oh, out of green decks, but that could be because I'm out in the warehouse. Blue decks and green decks. Am I out back here? Ooh, I wasn't. Okay. Slacking a little. This logo might drive you to tears. That sucks, man. I'm sorry about that. I hate that for you. You could always try like Fiverr and see if I've never used it, but I've heard some people have success with that. And from what I've heard, it has like where they'll tell you before you hire them how much it's gonna cost, so you know the cost going into it. Maybe that would help. Yeah, I hate that for you, man. Fiverr. I mean, it's Fiverr with 2 R's. It's like a freelance website. People will do things and you pay them, you know. Like people do it for design, for all kinds of stuff. Like it's yeah. So I mean like I don't know if that'll help you, but I've heard good things and like I've heard it the good thing about it is you know people's prices up front and like their portfolio up front. So you can kind of look at what their work is like and what they charge and make an educated decision. So that way it's not like what you experienced before where you get it back and like it and then they give you some outlandish number. But yeah, I've heard good things. It's used for everything: design, music, offensive signs, art, all kinds of things. How'd you offensive signs? How'd you get there? Seems like a specific thing to throw out there. I mean, is there something I don't know about the website and I just recommended some terrible place? The PewDiePie scandal from Fiverr a long time ago. I quit watching PewDiePie as I got older. I watched him back in the old Stefano Amnesia days, and the bigger he got, the less I watched. So I don't know. Probably way before Fiverr was even like a twinkle in someone's brain cells. It sucks because you know exactly what you want, but you can't figure out the options you need to make it. It's probably very simple too. I mean, that would, if you are able to find help on Fiverr, that would benefit you because you could tell them exactly what you want. God, $5,100 to restock? I guess that makes sense because I didn't restock yesterday because I was out of money from hiring that guy. But Jesus. Okay. That's supposed to be the yellow boosters. Oh, you don't watch him, but it just blew up because he paid some guys in a country to write death to blank, a particular group of people on a sign, and dance around with it. Big yikes. Jeez. I'm curious what was going through his brain doing that. Nothing was going through his brain. Definitely Amazon delivering your boxes of cards the way they're thrown in a pile. Yeah. I'm surprised he kept popularity after doing something like that, but maybe I shouldn't be. People get away with doing terrible stuff all the time. He's done a number of Super Quest things but maintains popularity. Really? Yeah, I'm not good at keeping up with stuff. I can barely keep up with my own life, let alone other people's. Now seems he's semi-retired in Japan. Good for him, I guess. Cool. All right. After spending almost all of my money, I am fully well, wait. Why did this not restock? Oh, crap, I forgot. There's like a 20 cart limit. Oh, jeez. Alright. That was like $6 grand to restock everything. Jeez Louise. Oh, I don't need to reset that. It's just, they're all stuck on each other again. How's my reviews? 4.8. Awesome. Okay, so for making the shop bigger, 2,500. Am I still caught up on accessories? That's all 50, not there yet. 47, I'm almost there. Oh, this one. I don't have volume 6. I need to do that next. Yeah. Okay, 4,500. Hopefully after today I can afford that. They should let you do questionable stuff in that game, like install a card skimmer. So in the Pokemon card game I've been playing, when you whenever you tell the game, so there's 3 different booster packs. There's the Charizard pack, the Mewtwo pack, and the Pikachu pack. And when you decide which pack you want to open, it kind of fades out, and then when it comes back, all like a bunch of packs come like shuffling in, and then they're like a big carousel of packs, and you can spin the carousel to pick which one you want. It's all the same, like they're all Charizard, or they're all Mewtwo, or they're all Pikachu, for whichever one you pick. You can like flip them around so you can look at the front and back of them. And if you open them frontwards, you can see the cards. If you open them backwards, you see the back of the cards, and then you can flicker through them. Well, there was this whole like thing where someone posted online that um some packs in the carousel have bent corners, and if you look really closely and analyze every pack in the carousel and you find the bent corner one, that's going to be the best pack. And people believed it, I guess. I don't know. But they they basically debunked it, because one of the things in the game is called wonder picking, and what wonder picking is it'll prioritize your friends list people, but if you don't have enough people on your friends list, it'll pick strangers from across the game. But you can go to the wonder picking section, and you can see what people have pulled, like a handful, like it'll auto pick like 5 people from within the game, and you can see what they've pulled from their booster packs. And you can pick a booster pack, one booster pack from the list, and it'll clone a random card that they pulled. So you're not stealing from them, but it'll clone one random card from their pack. And they basically debunked the bent corner thing, because someone said they were friends with someone, and when their friend clicked that they wanted to open the pack and they were looking at the carousel, their friend went to their wonder pick section and could already see what they were going to pull in the wonder pick before they actually picked the pack from the carousel. And when they finally picked whatever pack they wanted and opened it, it matched the wonder pick. So that basically proved that the cards are picked before you even get to the carousel page. It's called Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. It just came out last Wednesday, so tomorrow the full launch. There was a soft launch at the beginning of October, but the full launch just happened last Wednesday, and I started playing last Thursday, so I started a day after release. Yeah, it's mobile. It's a mobile game. I'm enjoying it because it's like most mobile games in the fact that on day one, like as soon as you start, there's a ton to do. Like you'll do a whole lot, and it dies off really fast. Like, you'll do a whole lot the first day, and then every day after that, unless there's like an event to do, like a new event started today, a Lapras event. But unless there's a new event, it's pretty slow. And I actually like that because it's like when I wake up, I can open a booster pack. When I get home from work, I can open a booster pack. And then that's about it. I can do a couple of battles if I feel like it. But other than that, you can do everything you want in less than 30 minutes. It's not like one of those mobile games that has a ton of ads and is trying to like slow down the game progression to make you watch more ads so they can make more money. Like, it's a genuine experience in my opinion. There's no ads at all. So, it doesn't try to steal my time away, and I appreciate that. If you don't want to do Fiverr, check out Wix. Search Wix Logo Maker. They have an AI-powered logo generator where you list details you want and they can edit what they create. Then you can pay for the logo, or there's a sneak download a free sample where you can download a high-res version of it for free. Ooh, now that you say that, I think my dad uses Wix for his business. I just didn't even think about that. But yeah, I think my dad uses Wix for his business. It's a good idea. I forgot about that website. But yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, so he probably regrets it, but my dad he was doing very successfully locally. By locally, I mean within like in less than a 5-hour radius from his hometown. He was doing pretty successful, so he got on Wix and he actually hired someone to create the website for him and everything. And he has not that website's like fully ready to go, but he can't keep up with demand in his 5-hour radius. So, and it's just him, and he just recently got my brother to start helping him because my brother's still home, close to home. So they can barely keep up with the demand from the 5-hour radius. So the website, he's paid someone and the website's fully created, but he can't actually start stocking it because he don't have the time. But yeah, now that you mention it, yep, I remember that, and he likes it. Well, he would like it if he could use it. He likes what he got. All right. So I'm just gonna start the next day. Oh shoot, I was gonna open some cards. You bought your fiance a website domain and stuff, set up a site for her pottery, and then sat down with her help design it, and she got 5 minutes doing it. Goes, wow, you're really good at this website thing. And I just stared and said, this is literally my job, you know that, right? That's funny. Yeah, it was actually love my dad to death, but he wanted so as I've talked about before in stream, I work in cyber, but I'm more supervisory and management now, so I don't actually do any of the like IT stuff anymore. I don't really do IT. And I'm more like I said, like supervisory management now. And I never liked doing IT anyway. It was just a means to, make money and survive. And my because I work in IT, everyone in family thinks that everyone knows everything. So he wanted me to like design his website for him. And I kept telling him, I was like, dude, I can do basic, like super basic things for you, but that's it. Like, I can do like the most basic of things. And he was convinced that I was underselling myself and I could do all these things, and he was going to pay me. He was going to pay me an upfront fee to design it for him, and then he was going to give me a commission from everything that sold off the website. And I was just like, you just need to hire someone. And it took like a year of telling him that before he even looked into hiring someone. And then as soon as he finally looked into it, I think my mom convinced him. My mom was like, it's been a year. He's not going to do it for you. You need to find somebody. He's not going to do like a full website for you. He'll keep doing little stuff for us here and there, but he's not going to do a full website. You need to look and hire someone. And so my dad looked into it, and he was like, wow, that wasn't that expensive. And we actually have our website now, and I'm happy I did that. And I was like, yeah, you could have done that a year ago if you would have just believed me and not thought that I was underselling myself. I know what I can do, and it's not that. Anyway, that's my, like, mini rant for the time being. Struggling to design your Squarespace site? What do you charge? What does my dad do? Woodworking. He does like personalized woodworking, so like he'll make things and then personalize it for whatever you want. And he doesn't charge like for personalizing things because that's just kind of what the business is. So he has like his standard things he does, and then he'll design like personalizations for it to make it unique to you. You work in user experience optimization, so your coding skills are non-existent. It's more around customer behavior psychology or design stuff. Yeah, I remember. There's like SEO is what whenever I was like trying to help my dad, SEO is what I was like trying to help him with and stuff a little bit. But once again, I was trying to help him with that as someone who doesn't know a ton about it. Wish you were close to a really nice piece of hickory you want a cutting board into. He can do it, yeah, but yeah. The no clue what your real rate would be. Probably way too expensive, but always have to provide feedback for free. Aw, you're so nice. Um, the thing that like started off my dad's business that like blew it up and blew it up for like a local business level, like to where he was getting like regular orders and realizing it could actually like work was he did this thing called Yardsy. Um so Yardsy, and essentially all it was he took like a 5-gallon paint bucket from Lowe's, um and then he put like Yardsy written on the side with some like dice around it like as a sticker, and then he took wood and he made however many 6-sided die come in a game of Yahtzee. He made those into the die with like the little dots and everything, and then you get like a piece of paper, a laminated piece of paper with a Yahtzee scorecard on it and a couple dry erase markers, and he sells it to you, and it's like a yard game. You take it into your yard and you like shake the bucket and throw the big dice out, and then you play Yahtzee but big in your yard. And his customization for that was the colors, so he would paint it to whatever colors you wanted. So a lot of it usually ended up being like sports colors. He would do like whatever your favorite sport was, he would do your sports colors on the die. And you could do like 2 colors, so the die itself would be one color, and then the dots for the dice would be a different color. The funny thing to me is he credits me for the idea, because when he said he wanted to start doing woodworking as a joke, I was like, he's like a normal dad. Like, me and him get along, and he just wants to spend time with his kids. And so like I went to visit him one time, and he was talking about how he wanted to do woodworking, and I told him, I was like, hey, just for fun while I'm here, let's try and make a D20. And like there's so many corners and turns and all that it'll probably take us a while to figure out how to do it and all that. So it'd be like a fun little like Christmas time project while I'm home from like on vacation from work. and we tried doing it. I don't think we ever got successful because it was just so many corners and turns. But because of that, he said the best he could do was make a 6-sided die. And then after he made made a few of those 6-sided die as a concept, he was like, "Wait a minute! Now that I know how to make these 6-sided die, what could I do with that?" And somehow in his brain, he went from a bunch of 6-sided die to, "Hey, let's make big Yahtzee that you can play in your yard, and this is how I'll do it with a bucket." And so yeah, like because I just asked him about, "Hey, let's try and make a D20 as a fun little fatherly son bonding project," and it went from there. You used to do woodwork when you were younger. You wish you'd stuck with it. Your buddy's wife paid for the two of you to go to woodwork class for his birthday, and you made a dope cutting board. That's cool. The yardsy thing is dope. Yeah, like that's what blew up his business. Now he does wooden flags that he customizes to whatever you want. So he'll do like military base custom flags that have like military insignias on it. He'll do ones with whatever. He also has plaques. Like he has a commission with like the local Air Force base where they'll ask him to do like award plaques and like going away plaques and stuff like that. They always go to him for those. So he has like a commission he does with them because like I say he does the personalization, so putting like carving the people's names into it and all that. So I think his yardsy still do all right, but I think his big seller now is flags. I think that's like where he makes most of his money now is the customized flags.